Well, hello, Sam and Jayden.
Hello.
Hi.
It's great to meet you both. I grew up a big fan of the books and the original show as obviously a 90s kid. And when the first
Cool.
season came out of the new show, I was hooked. But I'm going to say it, season two is actually so much better. And I've only watched the first three episodes
Yeah.
and I'm itching for more. It literally gave me goosebumps. I think you know some of the scenes I'm talking about. I was just like, this is creepier than I thought.
Yeah.
Cool.
Well, thank you. We appreciate that.
Yeah,
What we wanna
you're
hear.
both part of this incredible reimagining of such an iconic series. You know, how does it feel to bring a fresh spin to a franchise that so many people grew up with and still love today?
It feels great. I mean, it's a big, I think, job, but it's an honor. I think I had a lot of fun with referencing and taking a lot of inspiration from like the nostalgic books and like the iconic franchise. But, you know, we are from like this younger new generation. And like, I think it's really cool to make a show that I would want to watch and that I feel is relatable. So we were like also adding in our own touch to it. So
Yeah.
it was an honor.
Yeah, y'all are part of such a great legacy of Goosebumps now. You know, it's been around for decades
Yep.
now. I got to ask the both of you, when did you become a fan of Goosebumps? When were you first introduced to either a book or even the original TV show, which I still love rewatching today? And, you know, I just love, you know, watching this new show and all the Easter eggs, you know, from the books are in it as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I read some of the books when I was younger. I have terrible memory, so I barely remember it. But I also watched like the Jack Black movies, but I really didn't know much about the universe until this role. But I feel like everyone knows about Goosebumps
Yeah.
at one point or not or another, you know?
Yeah. I haven't said this for a little while. My mother narrates audiobooks, and when I was 6 to 8, she narrated the audiobook for Night of the Living Dummy. So I think that was my first exposure to it when I was, a little kid and listening to that and hearing her do that. And then, I mean, on the realist level, I don't think I really became a fan, until, we started making this. And then, and then you dive into it, it's like, well, this is a cool thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely a cool thing. Just like yourself, there'd be a lot of other young people just realizing how awesome Goosebumps is and just kind of realizing who RL Stine is and what he created for all of us, for all ages, to be honest. What got me super excited, obviously season 1, we got Justin Long, big fan of his. And then obviously David Schwimmer, big fan of his as well, being a 90s kid, plays your dad. And it's such a big name for, all of us that grew up in the 90s, obviously. But what was it like sharing all the scenes with him? And I really love seeing a different side of him that we haven't really seen before.
Yeah, it was great. I mean, he's a joy to be around on set. He's very like calm and grounding, and knowing that like people who grew up watching him are then gonna watch him with us is crazy to think about.
Yeah.
But I learned a lot from being with him and even just being in scenes with him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, he luckily I didn't watch Friends. Because if I had watched Friends, I would have been like, oh my God, Ross. But he was great. He was really, he was calm, he was down, his feet were on the ground, and he was there to work and to uplift everyone. And he was generous with his, with his time and with his insights and with his spirit on set. And he was calm, and it was really, you learn a lot just by watching, a good number one conduct themselves on set and be an anchor point of ease,
Right. And the show has, new faces, familiar faces, but I feel like the whole cast has great chemistry. All the scenes that play out, everything seems and feels real, but also the set feels very real and authentic. Where exactly did y'all film the show? Because I feel like it's just right there, like nothing's faked, obviously.
Yeah, it was right on the streets of New York. I mean, a lot of it was not fake. A lot of it was actually, most of it, if not all, was very, very real, which was what made it so enjoyable was like being on this.
All the exteriors and
Yeah.
a lot of the interior were just
And like
yeah.
shooting under like a subway is not the best because you have to wait a lot because it's so loud you cannot even hear anything. But I don't think they had to add any sound effects later because people yelling, taxis, all the sounds were there. But it definitely adds to the energy of every scene.
Yeah, it was cool. Run and gun filmmaking a little.
It looked really great, you know, to watch that. And I was like, that they had to be shooting on location for sure.
Oh yeah.
That's how it felt. I won't ask for any spoilers, but season 2 does bring a lot of thrills and chills, you know. So what can, you know, fans expect from the season and any moments you're especially excited for us to see?
Expect the unexpected. Okay, I would say that. Expect some really like heartfelt relationships and some like really cool, I don't know, how would you interpersonal things.
Yeah. I mean, there's you know, extraordinary challenges, and then there's ordinary challenges, and those ordinary ones almost can be more complicated because dealing with people is hard, and you know, there's stuff for everybody in there. I think like there's a lot of adventure, and it's a little spooky, and I mean, hopefully, you know, we did something to service, you know, longtime fans like yourself, and then also, you know, there's you know, what it's like to be a teenager, and you know, grow up trying to navigate family and love interests and friends and the like.
I only got 3 episodes, so I'm like really irritated that they just gave me 3 because I'm just have to wait for the rest. That's how hooked I was. And obviously, I'm gonna say this: it's not a spoiler, but there's some System of a Down in this, and it rocks. You know, the music in there from System of a Down, one of my favorite.
The music is
bands.
cool, isn't it?
Yeah,
The music is amazing.
Yeah, I was surprised. Like, how is this in here?
Absolutely. That's how I was with you. I was like, this rocks even further. But I'm super excited to obviously see more episodes, and I can't wait for everyone to check out season 2 of Goosebumps. It's definitely a must watch for new and old fans of the franchise. But thank y'all so much, and until next time.
Thank you so
Thanks,
much.
man.
We appreciate it.